Names. Now it's time for our Movers and Shakers segment where we track a whole host of buzzing stocks in trade. First up, let's talk about Indo count, Winnie. We haven't spoken about textile stocks in a while, but there's something happening in Indo count.
Yes, so actually it's a positive brokerage note that's coming from Avendus Park. Now they've written on Indo count industries as well as Welspun Living. They've initiated coverage on Indo count by rating target price of 348 rupees per share, which indicated almost a 30% upside from yesterday's closing price. Now they believe that the weak macro could stabilize in the near term. Policy clarity, once that emerges, that will be a better positive for the company as well. And they believe company is well positioned to be a beneficiary on obviously the trade deals that will take place. We have seen a lot of FTAs that have taken place as well. So that could be something that comes out and turns out to be positive for Indo count. Do not forget, Indo count is one of those home textile exporters that has 100% exposure to bed linen. They're operating at a very large B2B supplier as well, primarily in the US market. So once this trade deal actually comes in, they believe that there would be a lot of positives that come into place. Yes, falling US imports reflects that the demand right now is moderating a bit. Inventory is something that is a bit of a concern, but going forward, they're still positive on Indo count industries, while they've initiated coverage on Welspun Living, but that is with a reduced rating and a target price of 135 rupees per share. So yes, the best case scenario for Indo count, they're expecting around a revenue growth of 13% over the next 3 years, PAT CAGR growth of around 20% as well, and EBITDA growth of 31%. So that is why Indo count industries is what we'll be keeping an eye out on today. It's managing to hold on to good gains in the trading session as well.
Okay, all right. So that's on Indo count. But let's go across to Shilpa now. She's joining in on Eternal and QCom space and the quick commerce space. So Shilpa, tell us more.
Well, you know, it's another day and another pace of action that's happening in India's quick commerce space. Latest here, what we are picking up is that Blinkit's Chief Financial Officer, Vipin Kapooria, has resigned in just over a year since he took the CFO office. Now, what we're given to understand is that he has now stepped down, and he had, remember, joined Blinkit as CFO in just October 2024. And he was actually the first full-time CFO they had in over 2 years after Amit Sachdeva had quit in August 2022. Now, Kapooria had actually joined Blinkit from Flipkart, where he was VP Business Finance. And what we're given to understand now is that he's likely to go back to Flipkart, which, remember, is also headed towards an IPO. Now, both Blinkit and Eternal did not comment on this movement, but this is what sources are given to the sources are telling us. And remember, this comes at a time where the competition continues to heat up in the quick commerce space. We are seeing a lot of fund infusion also that has been happening. For instance, Eternal itself, right, it pumped in about 600 crores in Blinkit in November to grow Blinkit. Zepto has just filed confidentially for a 1.3 billion IPO. Swiggy also raised 10,000 crores via QIP, and that was mainly aimed at growing Instamart and keeping up with the quick commerce race as well. And earlier it used to be mainly a 3-player race, but today that's not the case. We have so many new players that are also aggressively growing in this space. For instance, JioMart has also been quietly quite aggressively growing. It is adding close to 0.4 million weekly active users. Amazon also has been really ramping up. Amazon now, it has a commitment of, adding 2 new dark stores every day. That's what the company has said. Flipkart is also rapidly scaling up its minutes offering. In fact, in 2025, it had about 53 million unique visitors that came to the website. And if you look at the weekly active users also, the competition is really heating up between Zepto, Blinkit, Instamart, Big Basket, JioMart. All of them are adding anywhere between 0.3 to about 1.2 million users. So at a time where competition is really heating up, the movement of the CFO from Blinkit to Flipkart, which is now going to come up with an IPO, will be an interesting move to watch. Back to you.
It will be, Shilpa. Thank you so much for bringing us all those interesting updates, what's happening at the leadership and the general trend that we are seeing in the quick commerce space as well. This